Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I am going to show you how to create a very stylish and modern gradient sliding button using only HTML and CSS. Even if you are a beginner, you'll be able to follow along and make this button easily. Step 1. Project Setup. First, I have created a project folder. Inside this folder, I have two files. One is index.html and the other is index.css. The HTML file will contain the structure of our buttons, and the CSS file will style them. I have already linked the CSS file to the HTML using a link tag in the head section. Step 2. HTML structure. Inside the body, I have a div with the class buttons. This div contains 3 buttons. For now, we will focus on the first button, which is called Gradient Slide. The HTML looks like this. Button class equals btn1 spanned gradient slide /span /button. We put the text inside a span so that we can control its layering separately from the gradient background. Step 3. CSS variables. In the CSS file, I am using root variables for colors. I have 4 variables. C1 for cyan, C2 for pink, C3 for green, and BG for dark background. These variables make it easy to change colors later without editing multiple places in the code. Step 4. Reset and body styling. I reset the margin and padding for all elements and set box sizing. Border box for easier sizing. For the body, I set the height to 100% of the viewport and used Flexbox to center everything horizontally and vertically. I also added a radial gradient background with subtle colors. This gives a soft glowing effect behind our buttons. Buttons container. The div with class buttons uses display, flex, and gap. 50 pixels to arrange buttons nicely with space between them. I also used flex wrap so that if the screen is small, buttons move to the next line. Step 6. Button basic style. Now I style the first button. I set position. Relative, because we will use a pseudo-element for the sliding gradient. Padding and font size define the button size. Color sets the text color, and border gives a soft outline. The background is transparent so that the gradient can slide underneath. I also set overflow, hidden to make sure the gradient does not go outside the button. Finally, I added a smooth transition for color and border changes. Step 7. Gradient layer with pseudo-element. To create the sliding gradient effect, I use before. This pseudo-element covers the button completely, but initially is positioned to the left, outside the button, using left, -100%. I added a linear gradient from cyan to pink and a transition on the left property. When we hover, the gradient will slide across the button from left to right. Step 8. Text layering. The span inside the button has position, relative, and a higher z-index, so the text stays above the gradient. The pseudo-element has z-index 0, so it slides underneath the text. Step 9. Hover effect. When I hover over the button, several things happen. First, the text color changes to white. Second, the border becomes transparent. Third, a soft glow appears around the button using box shadow with the cyan and pink colors. Finally, the pseudo-element moves from left -100% to 0, covering the button with a gradient. This creates a smooth, sliding glowing effect. Step 10. Final result. So now when I hover over the button, I can see the gradient sliding across and a glowing effect around it. It looks modern and attractive, and we have created it using only HTML and CSS. You can change the colors, size, or speed of the animation to make your own custom buttons. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. If you like this video, please comment and follow this channel, and don't forget to share.